Hello students, welcome to maths class. Under the topic square roots by long division method, we have already done how to find square root of whole numbers. Today we will learn how to find square root of decimal numbers. Before starting with it, let's recall that decimal numbers consist of two parts. Part before decimal point is called as whole part. Part after decimal point is called as decimal part. Here 98 is whole part, 01 is decimal part. Students, all the steps involved in finding the square root by long division for decimal numbers will be same as we have done in the video 1 for finding the square root of whole numbers, but there are some little bit variation in some steps. Let's discuss that variation. As we have done in video 1, first step is pairing, but in decimal numbers pairing is of two types. Here do pairing from right in whole part and from left in decimal part. In decimal numbers we do pairing before decimal from right like this 8 9 first pair, and after decimal we do pairing from left like this 0 1. Then second step is solve with same steps as done in whole numbers. After that, third step here is shift the decimal point above as soon as whole part comes to an end. Let's start with first example, that is square root of 610.09. We know whenever we find the square root by long division, we always write down square table from 1 till 9 on right hand side as written here. Now we will solve this question step by step. Here our first step is pairing, and in decimal numbers we know we do pairing of two types. Before decimal, pairing should be done from right side like this 0 1 first pair. Then after that we are left with just one digit, so leave it as it is. Then after decimal, pairing should be from left side like this 0 9. Only one pair is there. Then our next step is find number from square table. We have to find number from the square table which is either equal to or just less than the first pair. Here we are having just one digit 6, so we have to find a number from square table which is either equal to 6 or just less than 6. So on finding from the square table, 4 is such number which is just less than 6, and 4 is the square of 2. So we will write down 2 at the place of divisor as well as at the place of quotient, so that 2 multiplied by 2 comes out to be 4, and we will write down 4 under 6. Then our next step is, that is third step, find the remainder. So we will find remainder by subtracting 4 from 6, and we have got 2 as remainder. Then our fourth step is shift the next pair down. As here our next pair is 10, so we'll shift it down and write it with remainder 2. So 210 become our new dividend. After that, fifth step is double the quotient, and we will solve this step by adding the last digit of the quotient to our divisor. Here our divisor is 2. Here we are having just one digit 2, so we will add 2 with the divisor 2. 2 plus 2 comes out to be 4, so we'll write down 4 at the place of divisor. Then our sixth step is think about a digit which is to write with quotient and divisor. Here we have to think about a digit which is to be write with 4 and 2 such that when divisor and that digit gets multiplied, we will either got a number equal to 210 or just less than 210. We know while solving this step we have to keep the last digit of the dividend in mind. Here last digit is 0, so there is no such digit which is satisfied by this last digit. So we have to check all the digits one by one. If I write here 1, 41 multiplied by 1 comes out to be 41, which is so small than 210. So thinking in such way, I have got a digit 4 which gets multiplied by 44 will give you a number which is just less than 210. So I have write 4 with divisor as well as with quotient such that 44 multiplied by 4 comes out to be 176. So I write 176 under dividend. Then we will again find remainder by subtracting 176 from 210. On subtracting we have got 34 as remainder. Then after that our next step is to shift the next pair down. Now here decimal point comes to an end, so we will shift the decimal above and write it here. Then we will shift 09 down and write it with the remainder 34, so that 3409 comes out to be our new dividend. Don't shift this decimal point down, we should shift the decimal point above only. Again our next step is to double the quotient. Here last digit of the quotient is 4 and divisor is 44, so we will add 4 to 44, it comes out to be 48, so we'll write down 48 at the place of divisor. Again our next step is think about a digit which is to be right with divisor and quotient such that when divisor and the digit gets multiplied, we will either got a number equal to 3409 or just less than 3409. Here last digit is 9. So on thinking about such digit, 7 is such digit which is satisfied by the last digit 9. So we write 7 with divisor as well as with quotient such that 487 multiply by 7 give you a number equal to 3409, which we will write down under 3409. Then again we will find remainder by subtracting 3409 from 3409. We got 0, and whenever we in long division we got 0, we put cross. As here we are left with no pair and our remainder is also 0, so our current quotient, that is 24.7, comes out to be the required square root of 610.09. So write down, therefore square root of 610.09 is equal to 24.7. Let's solve one more example, that is square root of 150.0625. We know we have to write square table on the right from 1 to 9 as written here. And our first step is pairing, and in decimal number we do pairing of two types. Before decimal, pairing should be done from right like this, 0, 5 first pair. After that left with just one digit, leave it as it is. Then after decimal, pairing should be done from left like this, 0, 6 first pair to 5 second pair. Next step is to think about a digit which is either equal to first pair or just less than the first pair. Here we are having just one digit, 1. So on observing from the square table, 1 is such digit which is equal to 1 and 1 is the square of 1. So we will write down 1 at the place of divisor as well as at the place of quotient, such that 1 multiplied by 1 comes out to be 1, which we will write down under 1. Then our third step is to find the remainder. So we will subtract 1 from 1 and got the remainder 0. After that, fourth step is to shift the next pair down. So we will shift the next pair down like this and write down 50 with remainder. So 50 comes out to be our next dividend. Then our next step is double the quotient, that we will do by adding the last digit of the quotient to divisor. Here we are having 1 in the quotient and 1 in the divisor. So we will add 1 with 1, got 2, write down 2 at the place of divisor. Then our sixth step is to think about a digit which is to be right with divisor as well as with the quotient, such that when divisor and that digit gets multiplied, we either got a number equal to 50 or just less than 50. Here our last digit is 0, so there is no such digit which is satisfied by the last digit. So we have to think all the digits one by one. If I write here 1, 21 multiplied by 1 comes out to be 21, which is so small than 50. Then move towards next digit 2. If I write here 2, 22 multiplied by 2 comes out to be 44, which comes out to be just less than 50. So we will write down 2 with divisor as well as with quotient, such that 22 multiplied by 2 comes out to be 44, which we will write down under 50. Then our next step is to find the remainder again. So 44 subtracted from 50 comes out to be 6, which is our required remainder. Then next step is to shift the next pair down, but here decimal point comes to an end. Before shifting the next pair, we will shift the decimal point above and write down here like this. Then we will shift the next pair, that is 06, and write down with remainder 6, such that 606 comes out to be our new dividend. Now we are repeating the steps. So again our next step is double the quotient. So we will add the last digit of the quotient to the divisor. Here last digit is 2, divisor is 22. So we will add 2 to 22 and we got 24, write down at the place of divisor. Then again next step is to think about a digit which is to be right with divisor as well as with quotient, such that when divisor and that digit gets multiplied will give you a number either equal to 606 or just less than 606. Here last digit is 6. If I write here 1, 1 multiplied by 1, not satisfied by the last digit 6. So 6 is such digit which is satisfied by the last digit 6. If I write 6 with divisor as well as with quotient, I have to multiply 246 by 6. So before writing, let's check that 246 multiplied by 6 will give you which number? 246 multiplied by 6 will give you 1476, which is larger than 606. So 6 cannot come with divisor and quotient. That means we have to think about some digit which is less than 6. So let's check one by one. 1 not satisfied, it will give you so small number than 606. If I write here 2, let's check by 2. 242 multiplied by 2 will give you 484, which is again smaller than 606. Let's check by next digit 3. 243 multiplied by 3 will give you 729, which is again larger than 606. So 2 is such digit which is satisfied by this condition, that will give you a number just less than 606. So write down 2 with divisor as well as with quotient, such that 242 multiplied by 2 will give you a number just less than 606, that is 484. Write down under 606. Next step is again find remainder, that we will got by subtracting 484 from 606. We have got 122 as our remainder. Here we are left with one more pair and our remainder is also not 0. So we will repeat the step number 4 again. And we will repeat these steps again and again until we are left with no pair. Here we will shift the next pair down like this and write down with remainder, such that 12,225 comes out to be our new dividend. Again repeating next step, that is double the quotient, that we will solve by adding last digit of the quotient, that is 2, to the divisor like this. 2 added to 242 will give you 244, which we will write down at the place of divisor. Next step is again to think about a digit which is to be write with divisor as well as with the quotient, such that when divisor and that digit gets multiplied, we either got a number which is equal to 12,225 or just less than 12,225. Here last digit is 5. So 5 is such digit which is to be write with divisor as well as with quotient, which is satisfied by the last digit 5 of the dividend. Before writing, let's check that whether 2,445 multiplied by 5 will give you which number. So on multiplying, we have got 12,225, which is equal to 12,225 written here. So we will write down 5 at the place of divisor as well as with the quotient, such that 2,445 multiplied by 5 will give you number equal to 12,225, which we will write down under dividend like this. Then again our next step is to find the remainder, that we will got by subtracting 12,225 from 12,225. We got 0. Whenever in long division we got 0, we put cross. Here in this question we are left with no pair and our remainder is also 0. So our current quotient, that is 12.25, comes out to be the required square root of 150.0625. So write down, therefore square root of 150.0625 is equal to 12.25, which is our required answer. Now students, this is all about finding the square root of decimal numbers by long division method. I hope you have understood with it. Now you are able to do the related work which we have sent to you in a snap homework. Thank you students.